Developing our storytelling skills and learning how to spin our own experiences into a story takes practice, but there are tried and true methods of improving our approach. Understand that a story is more than a scene or an anecdote. Does the story we want to tell have a beginning, a middle, and an end? Does it have tension? Does it show some sort of transformation? These are the basic elements to make an anecdote blossom into a full-bodied story. When we're telling a story, we aren't just describing what happened when we walked into the restaurant. We're telling us how that moment felt emotionally, how we were affected, how we reacted, and how we're a different person after having endured that moment. Think about the goal of your story. Every story has some sort of goal, whether we recognize it or not. The best storytellers fashion their stories with the desired end result in mind. For some, it might be to make the audience laugh, like comedians. For others, it might be to help drive behavior change. For others, it might be to help educate or raise awareness about a specific issue. Consider our audience and then think about our goal. What message do we want to send to an audience member? Beyond capturing our audience's attention, what takeaway do we want them to walk away with? Use lots of details. Specificity is essential to making our story resonate, so be generous with detail. The first time we tell or write a story, be overly specific. Use visual language to paint a picture of the setting, characters, and problems for the audience. Once we've done this, it'll be easy to edit the piece down to a more manageable length. The more generous we are with ourselves, the more generous the audience will be with both of us and our story. Use a hook to get your audience's attention. Have you ever heard a story that you didn't realize was a story? Maybe halfway through the story, you're racking your brain about what the story is about. In writing, we call this the hook or the lead of the story. What is it that will capture our audience's attention? What will keep them engaged and interested in the story? Is there a good hook to the story? Think of ways we can creatively present our information that will keep our audience absorbed. By employing this storytelling technique, we'll be sure to captivate your audience. Be clear and concise. Please be as clear and concise as we can with our story. Try asking yourself what details are important for the reader or listener to understand. If they're not critical to the story, why are we including them? What about those details makes the story more compelling? As best we can, try to filter out what information is must-have versus nice to have. Be honest. Honesty goes a long way in storytelling. If people sense that you're revealing something true about yourself, they'll support you as a performer. On the other hand, if you try to manipulate or lie to your audience, you'll quickly find yourself at the mercy of an angry mob. It may seem convenient to lie in the moment, but it's always better to be truthful in the long run. Be emotional. Visual stories awaken empathy because they appeal to several senses. Thanks to good stories, the brand can be presented more humanely and with its own brand personality. Astonishment and emotions can retain customers over the long term. Use transmedial narration. New media channels and sources enable new formats. It's crucial, therefore, that content should be passed on easily and be atomizable.